Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So today's video is one of those rambling videos where we talk about life, content, and all the things sort of relevant to the channel, which I've been meaning to do for the past couple of weeks. This is definitely one where if you're doing a bit of AFK skill, you can listen to the background because I know sometimes you guys do enjoy it when I go off a little bit of a ramble, and that will definitely be one of these videos. So what the main point of this video was is in April, I kind of vanished from the YouTube channel for about 2 to 3 weeks. And I kind of just want to explain what happened because I didn't like disappearing on you guys and going MIA for a period of time. Basically, in April and probably for a bit of March as well, I felt a bit uninspired with the game. The updates didn't feel good. I weren't really interested in playing. There was nothing really which was generating interest in me to play. And I didn't want that to come across in my videos as well. When I do my videos, I want to have as much interest and passion and motivation to make that video as possible because I think that's what comes across and makes the best video possible. And I just kind of felt a bit sick of RS really. In terms of the updates for so far for this year, I'm really interested in what you guys think about it. So drop your comments down. Let's get a little bit of discussion going. I don't think they've been as fulfilling as what I thought they would be. Obviously, when the roadmap was released, really excited, thought the updates would be great. But they're not quite holding that long-term value. It's very short-term hype. And then after a week or so, the update kind of fizzles out. And I think Haven Hive was a big sort of thing for that. On day of release, everyone was hyped about the update. There was so much new content. And then a couple of weeks afterwards, it kind of gives me that Menethos feel, where like that was a big hype place, brand new area, brand new ways of skilling. And then nowadays it's a bit of a ghost town, and Haven Hive sadly kind of has that feel. It might be because it's more of a lower level stuff and mid level stuff. And when the update comes later in the year, which brings in the high level stuff, it'll be more of a hub. It'll be more of a way to get people involved. But I don't know, it just felt a bit flat. And what I've been trying to keep to for the longest time on this channel is to not sort of release content for releasing content's sake. Obviously, I do a lot of moneymakers, and throughout the year, I might visit the same moneymaker 2 or 3 times. And I didn't want that to be simply because I need to do a video. The only reason I would want to look back at another method and sort of revisit it is because there's either more demand on that items and you guys can make money, or something's coming up in the game where that item or that method will make you guys some more GP. The only reason I make these videos is to be entertaining. That's what I'd like to feel like. I'd like to be entertaining. I like to think like my personality comes across a bit and we can have a bit of a joke. But mainly, I want to give you guys the best experience in Runescape possible by having these ways to make money quickly, these methods which are going to give you fantastic XP rates and also the benefit of making cash, or just little tips and tricks to make your overall gameplay a little bit easier. So the fact there was no real motivation to do it in April is basically why I took some time off. Leagues was released on 07, played it for a bit, really enjoyed it as well, but I've always found whenever 07 has Deadman mode or leagues, my channel suffers because so much of the attention is on 07, and that's YouTube, the game's the game, and I just think that and my unmotivation to make videos kind of just made it the perfect spot to take a bit of time away. And I wasn't really feeling coming back for a little bit until XP was announced, and then I got that chance to get creative again, go and make the videos to show you guys which ways make money. I did a lot of playing during XP. I actually did all my time on the Hogger, which during like all my time in XP, very rarely do I do all my time. So did really, really well there. And again, the videos since I've came back after my little break have been phenomenal in terms of views. Like sometimes it can be a little bit slow when you come back after a big break to get your YouTube going. It's very much like a flywheel. Once it takes that little bit of a pickup and picks the pace up, normally you can kind of real ride that wave and you can go from strength to strength. But sometimes it can take a little bit of a while to get to that point. But for me, there was no delay. You guys jumped straight back in. Again, as always, the most supportive community I've got is you guys, and you really, really came in. The likes, the comments, everything else has just been phenomenal, as it always is. For the past year and a half, this channel has been an absolute whirlwind. We've picked up so many subs, so many views as well, and for the past sort of like 9 months, when I've been able to really sort of dedicate some time to this channel, you guys have paid it back to me. So I can only say thank you for that. But we are back. We have now done about 2 to 3 weeks of the normal schedule, doing a vid a day, which is really nice. That's the kind of pace I think I'll keep to. And then when I want to sort of go above, or when I've got like a lot of ideas, or when I've got a lot of content to sort of base on, I can do a couple more videos. You guys have seen me do 2 videos a day for a full month, or a bit longer actually. I think I did it for like a month in 2 weeks. So we can always do that when we get there. So on the subject of content, so that's another big thing about these kind of videos. And I'm going to try and make these videos a bit more on a monthly basis. Maybe throw in a bit of Q&A if you guys have got any questions to ask. If you have on these kind of videos, just drop in the comment section and I can tie them into like next month's. If you really want me to do them more often, I can do them every 2 weeks. I don't mind. It's a really nice, easy video just for me to sit here, skill a little bit and just talk to you guys. So any questions or anything, whether it's like real life or anything else, just drop them in the comments and we can always answer them. So content. So first things first, I have done my first short and it went extremely well. Like I was expecting to get 100 views on that short, and I think now at time of recording it's like 3.6k. So extremely happy with how that's gone, and I think I'll be doing this a lot more as well. I've got a couple of ideas for shorts on like different series. I'm going to start breaking down some of my bigger videos as well into a little bit of short clips. Won't do it for anything like months before now. I'll pretty much be doing it from now onwards. So if I've got a really good video which does really well and I can sort of break it down into like a short summary, I might look at doing that. It's a really good way just to add some little videos in for you guys to check out, because I think the shorts do extremely well to be discovered. So that's something I'm going to try and do a bit more of, just see how well it goes. If it's something where it doesn't really work and it's not worth the time, I'll stop. But for now, it's going to be really good. I do think that the shorts content is exceptionally good for when Lee's comes back in August. So we'll definitely be looking at that as well. Now streaming, I'm going to keep this one short because we've talked about streaming many times, but you'll be glad to know for the past 2 days, I've been looking at YouTube videos to learn how to stream on YouTube. You won't get anything fancy. It will literally just be my Runescape stream, but I think we'll be coming forward with that, with maybe some 7-day bond gameplay just for you guys, just to have a chat, watch what I'm doing, and we can have a little bit of a chat more than anything and just sort of like get that going. Now, whether the streams are successful depends on like how many I do going forward. If you guys love it, if you guys want it, I could do one a week, one a month, one every 6 months, whatever you guys want, I'm more than happy to do. But it's one of my life goals for this year, actually. As sad as it sounds, is actually to do a stream. I've actually set a goal between 3 and 5, but I think if I was to do one, I think the rest would follow quite easily. And it's just because it's one of those brand new things. It's different. It's not what I'm used to. I'm quite comfortable with YouTube now. But to stream and to be live and to be reactive is just a brand new kind of skill or a brand new thing to do, which again, new things are scary. So that's why there's always been a bit of a cautious approach to it, but it's definitely something we'll get to. So that's shorts, that's streaming, and then let's look at content. So what are we going to be doing for content in terms of what's coming in series-wise, videos-wise? So main account is just going to pull back a little bit. So we're just going to be doing the classical moneymakers, which will never vanish on the channel, but we're going to try and sort of like vary it up a bit. So main account will do moneymakers and occasional PVM videos. I think like camping a boss for X amount or doing certain things, the main account is the best one to do it because it's got all the things to get the best results. So that's what the main accounts will literally do, just those two things. 7-day bond is going to be returning to do 99 Slayer. Now the reason why I want to return 7-day bond is because once he's done Slayer and also combat, that account is maxed. And I think having a max count to go and do challenges on, where it's to do a rebuild, go and get X item or do X, Y, and Z could be really handy without having to clean the main account's bank. That's what it's always been designed to do, 7-day bond. Is to be an account we can go and do content and challenges on, which again, really looking forward to it. I think we can really do some stuff with 7-day bond once it's finished. Now, once it's maxed, we will have to quest, we'll have to do achievement diaries and certain things as well, but I think once it's maxed, then it's more motivation to do it. And the Slayer content should be really nice, actually. We'll just do Slayer videos where we're just talking, we'll hop in between tasks, do 5, 6, 7. It's really like good content for me to do because it's something people can be engaged with and I can do it quite quickly. In terms of the editing and stuff, which probably means that when we do V7-day Bond Slayer Marathon, we can tie in some extra videos and go like 2 uploads a day or just sort of break it up in a nice sort of way as well. So then that leaves the Hogger. Now, the Hogger, I felt, and it kind of contributed to the sort of like April mini burnout, the Hogger got a bit dry and the Hogger got a bit samey. The Hogger got to a point where like I didn't think you guys were enjoying it as much. Again, let me know if it's any different from your point of view. So what I'm looking to do is kind of revitalize it a little bit, bring in some new stuff and accelerate its progress. Now, luckily for me, Double XP has kind of given it a big push, which I think the series needed, but I kind of need a bit of direction now. So this is something I'm going to mention when the Hogger videos come out. When we've caught up to all the clips, we'll get a video sort of discussing like what the possibilities are going forward and which options you guys would prefer me to take. Because again, I like your feedback on things like this. I like to see what you guys are struggling with, what problems are sort of attacking your main accounts or progression on main accounts or even mid levels, and I can sort of follow that on my accounts to show you guys what I would do and just to face the challenges you guys do when building your accounts, because sometimes the early level stuff is the most engaging. I always say that, and I think the early level stuff, once you're engaged, you get progress very quickly. But when you start sort of getting to a point where you're a bit of a mid level, you're not quite max, but you're in that mid gap, it can get a bit dry and it can get a bit boring, and you do sort of fall out and in the game quite a bit. I have logged off a lot more earlier in my gameplay on the Hogger than I have done for a serious while. So that is what's going on there. And then finally, me. What's going on with me? Just going to keep this really quick because I know like most of you guys are just here for the Runescape stuff. So In terms of real life, the house is progressing. I know I've talked about the house a lot. At some point I'll throw in some clips of where we've gone and where we've started from, because it looks dramatically different from when I first got it. It was a bit of a state when I first got it, and that's why I sort of vanished for periods of time, because the house needs some work. So while I was off in April, did a lot of work on the house and it is looking significantly better. I now have a gym. If you haven't seen my community tab, I do drop in photos occasionally of different things. So I've now on the road to 99 strength in real life. So going to try and hit that. I've had sort of 9 months off for gym, and yes, I needed it because I'm old and it gives me some time to rest and sort of get out of the loop of that. But I have missed the gym so much. And going back to the gym once you've had a significant time off and you are nowhere near as strong as what it used to be is the most humbling thing in the world. So I got my gym first workout I did on chest and I nearly pinned myself. So that was depressing on a weight which I would have thrown around in previous times, and it was very, very humbling. But you build up, you always come back. The comeback stronger than the setback, I think is what they say. So that is what we're doing for that. In terms of where I am starting to look for some jobs. So I've been lucky enough for where the 9 months I've been moved into my house. I haven't needed a job because I had a little bit of cash to sit back on from a previous job. And now it's got to a point where our RuneScape YouTube's great. You do make some money from it, but it's one of those where it's like, I need to go and do a job just for the mental stimulation, maybe a bit more money, bit of overtime. But I'd still do this channel. I'm still going to commit to those kind of video schedules. I just need to plan a bit better and be more on the ball. But at some point in the near future, I imagine I'm going to be looking for a job, and that will reduce the amount of playing time, and we will be able to sort the content out, but you may see a bit more shorts as opposed to like main account videos or like proper full length videos. But while I'm still looking for that, I am going to be looking at some other channels. Now, I think I'm going to be making something like a real life channel. So if you guys are ever interested, I'll always make sure to publish it and get you guys like the links and stuff if you guys ever want to check them out. But I do think that a real life channel is on board, because I'm getting to that point now where I think I like to show people what I like to do. Like I'm very much someone who is of the mentality of improving, learning new things, trying new things, doing new things. Again, very big into like the gym side as well. So like showing people like how I'm going to build myself back up and doing things like that. And I do think it could be very transferable content and content people can enjoy. And it'd be the kind of content where I could give myself a real jump in on editing. RuneScape, you can edit certain things, but it's more like sort of putting pieces together rather than sort of like telling the story through editing, which most of real life stuff will need. But that might be something which is going to become in the future, and if it does, I will make sure to let you guys know. You don't have to look at it at all, but I just thought that I have an audience here who might have an interest of what I do outside of playing the game. So, and then other things could possibly be like, I'm thinking of making my own like business. And with the business, I think the best way to get some business traffic at the minute is from YouTube or some form of like content or social media. So that is something I'm looking at delving in as well, just to sort of break out from doing the RuneScape stuff. And hopefully from like learning the little bits and tricks from all these different things, I'll be able to pick up some freelancing stuff as well. So I'm trying to cover myself that if the job hunt is a bit longer than what I thought it'd be, that I can go and do different things just to sort of develop my portfolios, develop my like career and stuff. And yeah, but that's probably going to be a talk I'm going to say for the real life channel. But if you want to ask anything about real life, careers, and all the other stuff that I sort of talk about in the videos, or even like the RuneScape stuff, drop in the comment section down below. And what I'll probably do in next month's episode, if there's enough sort of questions and stuff, we can have a little bit of a Q&A time as well. But that's going to finish this ramble. Sorry if it's gone on a bit too long, but again, I think there's a lot of stuff we've been meaning to catch up on. I know some of you guys really love these videos, so I'm going to try and do it more regularly on a 1-month basis, just to keep you guys in the loop of what we're doing, because I really like your feedback on anything like series-wise, content-wise, or any kind of videos you guys want. Tell me what you want me to do, and I'm more than happy to amend like what direction the video is going in and where we can go from there. But yeah, that's going to wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, thank you guys so much for the support. I really do these videos to help you guys as much as I can and provide the best content possible. And I hope to continuing to improve, whether it's thumbnails, whether it's videos, or whether it's just like the flow of the videos as well. I'm really trying to keep an eye out for everything and improve where I can. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.